Allosaurus, which is not great. The only use for it is its venom spitting. Diplodocus, no damage, and can only be used as like a bus transport unit. Gallimimus, fast, but it can't jump, and it can't attack. Hesperornis doesn't really do anything except for its golden eggs. The Kyraku, just a big penguin. Otter is way better than it. It's a budget otter. The Pachy, it's also not good. You can use drink darts, which are easier to make than taming a Pachy. The Parasaur, it's really only used for weight transport. And finally, the Troodon. I'm not gonna sacrifice a Paraceratherium just to get an underfeathered chicken. In C tier, the Bronto. It's big, it's heavy. Other than that, it doesn't really do much. The Carno, it's a budget allo. It can bleed, but it's slow. The Kentrosaurus, budget stego. The Oviraptor, it's really only good for is the making more eggs come out of creatures. The Raptor, it's speedy and it doesn't really do much damage, but you can handle a weapon on it. And that's good for larger creatures like the Rex and the Allo. The Trike, doesn't really do much except for berry picking. The Microraptor, it can knock out things, it can kill things, and it can fit on your shoulder, but it's really annoying. The Pachyrhinosaurus, it's big, doesn't do any damage at all, but it does have a good chemical which makes things basically passive. The Pegomastax, budget Ichthyornis. The Stego, it can impale things on its tail, which is better than before. The Terrorbird, this big chicken can jump off a cliff and it's unaffected, which is something that I need, especially for Ragnarok and Vulgaro. The Titanosaur, super hard to tame, super annoying to tame, and it only lives for one day, but it's the most powerful creature in the game. The Allosaurus, it has a bleed attack and does high damage, and it's in a pack. The Deinonychus, it can kinda climb up walls, and it can kinda glide. Budget rock drake. The Giga, it's super powerful, but it's super hard to tame, and it can turn on your own guys. The Ichthyornis steals stuff out of your hand and eats it. Iguanodon, the best land transport in the game, as well as being the best transport in the game on land. And it has thumb spikes. It's an upgraded version of a Parasaur. And the Rex, your main strength creature. It's kind of vanilla. And the Theory, super good at wood, super good at berries, and it's used for the dragon fight. The Ankylosaurus, super good at metal, but it's super slow, even though it has a pretty high attack of 43. The Megalosaurus. It can pick up stuff. It's great in the night. It's even good in the day. The Spino. Good water transport. Good land transport. It can knock things back with its slap attack. And it can also do a lot of damage real quick. And finally, the Utyrannus. It's good for boss fights, it encourages your creatures, does damage, and it scares other creatures away. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. As always, like, subscribe, share on your preferred platform, and stay hydrated.